to the YouTube streets. Good morning. Good morning. I know it's after 5 o'clock in the morning. Good morning, everyone. Is everyone in a good mood today? Or is it going to be some major trolling today? Is people going to be trolling each other today? I just want to know. I just want to be aware. Just want to be aware, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, shout out to the YouTube streets. Shout out to these motherfucking YouTube streets. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone had an awesome night. I hope everyone had an awesome night. I'm pretty much in a good mood right now. Very good mood right now. That mood it can change all of a sudden. That mood can actually change all of a sudden. So I'm not gonna be up here, guys. There's no need for me to be here for hours and hours talking about nothing. Talking about nothing. That's what a lot of YouTube creators get off on. Creating content that means absolutely nothing to anyone. That no one is really interested in. You know what I mean? And it's interesting. But I'm gonna show you guys something, and I know some people might get upset. I know some people might say something. I know that some people may object to what I'm getting ready to show you guys on screen. But I want you guys to see something. I want you guys to make the comparison of what you see today and what it was yesterday. What you see this year didn't even exist 20, 30, 40 years ago. What you see today on these YouTube streets. Let's get it up. I want everyone to see this picture. I want everyone to participate. Ready? Does everyone see that? The picture that's on the screen. It's a picture of the Black Panther Party. Some of the leadership of the Black Panther Party. This is what black men looked like during the 60s and 70s. I'm not saying that during the 80s they disappeared, during the 90s they disappeared. They took on a different face, a different facade. Look, that had breakfast programs going on in the community. When women would get into domestic violence situations, they didn't call the police. They called these brothers right here, the Black Panthers. Back then, black women called the Black Panthers. And now today, we don't have men that are willing to fight the government. We don't have men that are willing to stand up for their community. We don't have men like that anymore. Now what we have are men that like to be on social media 24/7. If they're not on social media, they're playing video games. So the face of the black man has definitely changed. It is not what it was 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. The men like Elijah Muhammad don't exist anymore. The men like Malcolm X don't exist anymore. The men like Martin Luther King don't exist anymore. The men like the deacons of defense don't exist anymore. They don't exist. And then they want to say, well, the women, they don't respect us. Why would we respect someone that sits at a fucking computer all day and gossips about other YouTube creators? And I don't mean no harm, but I do mean some harm. It seems like a lot of the male YouTube creators love to attack the females. They just love to attack the women. And that's a reality. That's some fuck shit. Right? But nobody agree on that. Nobody's gonna say nothing about that. Are they? Are they gonna say something about it? I don't think so. You see this picture? You see this picture of this woman? This is a white woman. This is a cracker dressed up in Ku Klux Klan robes. And a lot of them, they don't become members of that organization when they are adults. A lot of them were children when they became members. Do we have an actual military self-defense force in place to go up against certain groups like the KKK? And some people will say, well, the KKK is everywhere, Arabia. They're in politics, they're in the courtroom, they're at the hospital, they're at the schools. So what are we going to do about it? Are we going to stay amongst these people, or are we going to learn how to separate ourselves? And the reason why we can't seem to separate from these people is because we're so busy attacking each other, going after each other all day all day on this app. And I hate to say it, it's a lot of creators, YouTube creators, who are not focused on current events. They're not focused on the threat that is going against our community. They're not saying anything about that, but they want to talk about different people on this platform. We've already discussed the takeover. We already discussed those clowns from over there. Now we got a new set of clowns. Well, not a new set of clowns. These clowns that really are threatening us still exist. After all these years, there have been certain groups, black groups, that sprung up to fight against the KKK, fight against the racist police, fight against racist policies that Congress seemed to keep pushing. And now, once again, we got an asshole as a president that is pushing the white nationalist agenda. But it seems like to me that us, Black Americans, we survive every attack. We survive every fucking attack. And that's good. That's darn good. I give you a plus for that, black men. Those that are really black men, call yourselves no kind of names to get recognition. We're missing men that looks like this. We're missing them. Where are they? Where are the real men? Where are the real fathers? Where are the uncles? Where are the OGs? Where are the men at? I ain't talking about these clowns that exist today. I'm not talking about these clowns that exist today. Where's the real men at? Where's the OGs at? Where's the fathers at? Where's the uncles? Where's the real veterans? We got men today who are veterans of the United States military who call themselves different names on a platform, who follow after other men that do not value them. My thing is, what I'm trying to understand is why you're following someone that doesn't value you. Why are you talking to someone that looks down on you? Why are you talking to someone? Why are you supporting someone that drags you and that criticizes your choice, your life choices, the choices that put money in your pocket, that put a roof over your head, that secures your liability, your life? We got people on this app that will follow after people that don't respect their life choices. Shout out to the chat. We don't have no real men. Not in this sector, not in no sectors of YouTube. Where are the real men? Where are they? Where are the alpha males? One thing I see beyond my nose is nothing but beta males. Nothing but. That's all we got. That's all it's about, right? But I'm wrong for saying what I'm saying, right? I'm wrong for saying what I'm saying, right? People know I'm fucking right. People know I'm fucking right about what the fuck I'm saying. But see, I noticed that if I was talking about something, like, let's say if I was gossiping, right? Let's say if I was gossiping about Lonnie or The Change or Sister T or any of the women on YouTube, 20, 30 people would be in here listening to what I'm saying. But I'm actually talking facts. I'm actually talking with common sense. I'm actually talking with 360 degrees of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and people don't like it. People see that as a threat. I've heard people say they like me better when I was a drunk. Well, you don't have a wet drunk anymore. You have what is known as a dry drunk. And people that don't know anything about recovery, they don't know anything about AA, they don't know anything about NA, they don't know anything about a 12-step program or a higher power. Of course, they're going to say stupid stuff, ignorant stuff about what's going on in my life, or what's not going on, or what is happening, or what is surrounding other people that they don't fucking know. People are invested in nothing but gossip, empty gossip, empty conversations. And some people, I'm starting to wonder if they actually are employed somewhere. There's no way in the world half of you are employed anywhere. And if you're on social media 24/7 in different chats. And I've seen people go from chat to chat. I've seen people come in my chat and leave from my chat and go into another chat and then go into another chat and then go into another chat. They do that all fucking day. All fucking day. I've seen people do it. So shout out to the ones that did go live yesterday. Shout out to the YouTube creators that did go live yesterday. And that didn't hit anyone's links and jumped on anyone's panels to their channels. See, it's not necessary for me to hit someone's link, and I got my own channel. There's no need for me to sit in someone's chat if they're not really talking about anything. If I can't learn nothing from you, I'm not going to want to sit around you. I'm not going to want to be in your company. Not at all. I might be there for a few seconds and then leave. Because half of the people in those chats don't like me anyway. They don't have no real feeling for me anyway. I'll go into certain people's chats, people speak to me, and if I don't recognize them being ever in my chat, ever, I already know them people are fake and phony. I already know them people trying to play me to the left like a fucking duck. I already know. People will pretend like they support you and don't support you. I watch people come in my chat, sit there, laugh and talk amongst each other, and they never participate in the conversation of what I'm having. You know why? Because it's too deep for them. People would rather sit over there with fucking King Anthony with all his foolishness. They rather sit over there and laugh and listen to Anthony sleep when he falls asleep on his own panel. I ain't got nothing against Anthony, but I know a buffoon when I see one. I know a clown when I see one. And he knows what he's doing. That's why I don't fucking watch Anthony like that. Not like the way I used to. There's no need for me to watch a man that's 29 years old waste his time with empty laughter, going nowhere gossip. Because if I want to listen to a woman talk and to a woman do the same thing as Anthony is doing, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to where a woman is at doing the exact same thing Anthony is doing. I'm not going to support Anthony. I'm going to support the woman. That's what I'm going to do. I was glad when Tommy Sotomayor came back to these YouTube streets because now we had competition. We had what a real YouTuber looks like and what the fake YouTubers look like. People complained about Tommy talking about black women in a disparaging way. And they say he does it more than once, Arabia. Why do you support someone that's like him? The reason why I supported someone like Tommy Sotomayor is because he kept it real. He not only talked about black women, he not only exposed black women in a certain way, in a certain manner, he exposed white women too. He exposed men. He exposed the way the government works. He exposes a lot of things about life, but people don't hear that. They only black woman. He talks about black woman. My biological mother had that feeling about him. She was wrong about him. Dr. Umar, Tariq Nasheed, all them conscious brothers over there once disagreed with Tommy are now agreeing with him. They're now using his talking points. Why is that? If Tommy was such a demon and a devil and a coon and all this other stuff, why is other black conscious men, woke men, using his talking points? Why are they now agreeing with Tommy Sotomayor? Why are they now agreeing with Sister Ali that wrote the book, The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman? Where did Sister Ali come from? Sister Ali didn't come from out of the sky. She didn't crawl out from under a rock when she wrote the book, The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. She came from this. She came from the. Good morning, Mika. Good morning, G-Mom. Thank you for coming in. Good morning. Yeah, I see you in my chat. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for supporting the channel. Supporting the channel. Too bad I can't drop the link. You would be able to actually hit the panel. I gotta get the StreamYards together. But yeah, you guys. So yeah. So people say all kinds of things about Tommy Sotomayor and this, that, X, Y, and Z, other thing. When I hear other people saying the same thing he said, same exact thing he said, ain't no different. Part of different organizations who uplift the Black community. They uplift our people. But that's where Sister Ali comes from. She comes from the Nation of Islam. And the Nation of Islam has never been silent about the Black woman. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if Tommy Sotomayor didn't take some of his talking points about Black woman from the Nation of Islam. I wouldn't be a bit surprised. I wouldn't. Because you guys, you don't hear the private conversations I hear. Men from the Nation of Islam and men who are a part of the gods and earths. And when I say the gods and earths, the nation of the gods and earths, I'm talking about the 5%ers, the righteous teachers. You don't hear the private conversations they have concerning Black women, and it's not positive. They're not being uplifted in private. On a public forum, on a public platform, on the soapboxes of freedom and justice and equality, you hear them say the Black woman is God. The Black woman is the supreme mother. She is Mother Earth. She is the goddess. She is the moon. She is this. She is that. They say it publicly, but privately, you don't hear their conversations where they criticize Black women. So Black women are facing a lot of criticism. I'm here to tell you that they're talking bad about you, Black women. I'm here to tell you that they talk just like the way Tommy Sotomayor talks. You don't hear Dr. Umar screaming it as much as he was a few years ago, he slipped up and he said he agreed with Tommy. Oh yeah, there's a lot of them agreeing with Tommy Sotomayor. I wonder when certain YouTube creators talk about Tommy, do they talk about that? And they don't talk about that because they don't know anything about Tommy. They don't follow Tommy like that. They might watch one little video and think, oh yeah, I know all about Tommy. You don't know nothing. You know nothing about him. Just like a lot of people don't know anything about me. They assume certain things. They assume that they know. Just like yesterday, I don't mean no harm. I had took a nap after I had ate my dinner. So I took a short nap. I was watching a Tubi movie where The Godfather was on. When I woke up and I turned off Tubi movie, I went on the YouTube streets and I went into Scissor's chat. I didn't go in nobody else's chat. I went to Also Dope chat first. Also Dope was laughing and talking about another man. So I went into Scissor's chat, and they were talking about the contest that Lovely Star had entered in, and Lovely was on the screen. But I wasn't concerned about what Lovely was doing on the screen or her dancing or anything like that. I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about who was talking and who wasn't talking. And then, of course, there was some people in the chat. You know me. I always shout out the chat. Shout out to the chat. Hello, everyone. I don't have to speak to every single individual in there. I don't have to do that. I'm not a rabbit. I'm not a Kwamite. I'm not a sniper. I'm not an outlaw. And half of those people that be speaking to me when I go into those other chats, they don't like me anyway. They don't support this channel. There's only a certain few that actually come over, sit in my chat area, say hello to me, speak to each other, and then people go on or they stay for the whole video. I'm not going to be up here that long. This is your homegirl, Arabia Barbosa, 914 Wishes, Cary, New York, doing another live video for you. I'm still stuck down here in South Carolina. The BT1000, a.k.a. the Jeeper Creeper on that shit, a.k.a. Lucy the Vampire, a.k.a. the German Shepherd in the goddamn room. So shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Half of those people that spoke to me when I went in Scissor's chat area, they don't like me anyway. They don't support this channel. And I remember who was speaking to me, typing in my name. What the fuck they typing my name for? They don't like me. They don't fuck with me like that. People that you've been knowing for years and years on this platform, trust me, some of them don't fuck with you like that. There was a young lady in my life calling me on the phone for more than a year. For more than a fucking year. I'm talking about somebody from behind the scenes. She didn't even fuck with me like that. She only fucked with me when I was going after people. That's the only time she liked to share my videos or anything like that. Other than that, she didn't bother. She didn't support me like that. And this is a young woman I've been on for years. More than a year. So people do have the capability to fool you, to trick you, to put you in a trick bag? What they say? A trick bag? So of course, I got to step back into my garden. My garden is overgrown. I gotta cut the grass. Anything that doesn't belong in the garden will be destroyed. And I'm talking to them like that. And I don't have to use alcohol to destroy people. I don't have to stalk them. I don't have to cyberbully them. I don't have to dox them. I don't have to do anything. Only thing I have to do is speak my mind, and they are convicted. Because a hit dog will holler all the fucking time. A hit dog will holler all the fucking time. It has never failed. It has never failed with people. And people don't think they're fooling me, but they're not. There's a lot of people on this app, on this platform, think that they're going to fool me and put me in a place that I can't get out of. That's what they think. That's what they think. They forget. They forget that now they looking at my good nature, my good side. They forget I'm the BT 1000. They forget I'm the bitch that started a lot of shit on this platform. I'm the one that started a whole lot of shit. I'm the one that started a whole lot of catchphrases that motherfuckers be trying to use today, and they don't even know what the fuck they're saying. They don't even know what the fuck they saying. Like when they say the word cocotazo, I'm the one that gave them the cocotazo. They wasn't saying that before. I was the one that came out here and say Nini Kuzimu Kila Wakati. They wasn't saying it. I was the ones that was telling people no carajo conmigo. None of these other niggas on this platform was saying any of those words. None of them. Not one. Because they have no creativity. They don't read. They're on social media all day. You can't learn nothing from being on a fucking computer all fucking day. And I'm not just talking to the women, I'm talking to the men too. I'm talking to the men too. Because we got some clowns on this app that's actually supporting Clara Booker. We got some people that have a goldfish memory. They're supporting a Godzilla troll. Someone that doxes people. Not only just the people that they're going after, but they also put out their family information. They talk about their dead relatives. Yeah, we got a lot of people in the sector that support someone like that. It's unfortunate. And then, of course, we got some people that spread a lot of misinformation. No one needs to have misinformation. If somebody wants to know something about me, they could ask me. They don't have anywhere else to get any kind of misinformation, because half of these people don't fuck with me like that anyway. Because I be watching my chats. I watch who comes in and who comes out. Some people you can't see because they sit in the bushes. But I got some of my day ones sitting in the bush. They don't feel comfortable but coming into the chat because they see what's going on in the chat and they recognize some of the names. And not all the names are holy. Not all of them. That's a reality. That's what's up. But I'm going to tell y'all something. I never said I was an angel. Never said that. The BT 1000 goes where she wants to go. I go where I want to go. I do what I want to do. I support who I want to support. But when I see that those people don't support me, I know not to fuck with them no more. I know not to fuck with you no more. Once I see you don't fucking really support me like that. But some people actually like to sit in my fucking bushes. Why are you sitting in my bushes? If you feel convicted in your belief that you support Arabia Barbosa, that you fuck with me like that for real, why sit in the fucking bushes? Show yourself. Don't nobody need to sit in no fucking bushes over here. There's absolutely no reason for some people, and there's some YouTube creators that do it too. There's absolutely no reason for anyone to sit in the fucking bush or sit in the fucking shadow or be a ghost in chat. There's absolutely no reason. Unless you're afraid of something. Unless you are afraid of something or someone. And unfortunately, we got a lot of people on this platform who are trouble. They're YouTube creators. Some of them are, and I'm talking about the men. I'm not talking about the women. Because it's mostly the males that do it. It's mostly the men that do it. They go into other people's chats. They listen to what is being said. And then they go back to their own channel and pretend that they found some content or they discovered a video and they're going to talk about the subject that you just finished talked about. But because their audience is bigger, they got a bigger audience, they can reach more people, but they're using your words, they're using your content, and they don't tell the people where they got the information from. We got a lot of YouTube creators in the sector that's just like that. And I'm talking about the men. I ain't talking about the women. No need for me to talk about another woman in a disparaging way, unless she's a racist and she's sitting in this sector. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that bitch. That bitch needs to be talked about, only to be exposed, so everyone will know who that is when she comes into a certain chat. Don't fuck with her. I remember one time that racist bitch came in Vince the Sniper chat. She thought that she was gonna come in and say something to me and highly favored. You know what those women did? Some of those rabid women did, or those other women from other sectors did, that was sitting in that chat that had moderator sticks. They sniped the bitch. And that's exactly what the fuck they supposed to do. They caught it before I caught it. Because I know that pathetic dweeb, worthless motherfucker ain't worth even addressing. But yes, if I have a wrench, yes, if I have the power of a wrench, I'm going to use the wrench. I'm going to use the wrench. And then the wrench is basically used, it's supposed to be used when you're a moderator for someone, you're supposed to be dropping links, and you're supposed to be dropping different things concerning the host, like the Cash App. The Cash App need to be dropped. Everybody needs to hit the Cash App. $ Arabia 914. I appreciate all donations. Doesn't matter how large, doesn't matter how big. Thank you for donating. Because I got people over here that actually donate to me, and I thank them, I appreciate them. True supporters, true team players. And that's the magic of doing the YouTubes. When people actually support you. They support your talking points, they support the channel, and they show action. It's just not lip service. I don't need lip service. I need action. I need people to actually show me. Don't wait for me to ask for you to support the channel. Go ahead and do it if you want to do it. If you're able to do it, don't do something you're not able to do. I'm not breaking nobody's arm to do anything. People do what they want to do. But I'm just saying, I'm just tired of people giving me lip service and they're never over here. And when they do come over here, it's just to listen to what I'm saying and then report back to their boss. That's what they do. We got a lot of people in the sector that does that. They don't work for themselves, they work for someone else. We got a lot of plants in this sector. We got a lot of snitches in this sector. We got a lot of police officers in this sector. We got law enforcement watching our channels. And I'm not talking about people from the police department. I'm talking about motherfuckers that's telling everybody this is how you should act. This is how you should behave. This is how you should talk. This is the kind of language you can use. Let me tell you something. I went on a job, right? Couple of months ago. I would say it was around August, maybe August, July, June. I went on this one particular job. Something was happening on the job that was dangerous or that wasn't correct. And I was trying to get the person attention. I was like, hey, stop that shit. What the hell? And then the word slipped. Nini kuzimu kila wakati. There was a black man standing next to me saying to me, you're speaking a language that wasn't allowed to be spoken in this country years ago, Arabia. Matter of fact, in certain circles, they don't want you speaking that way. They don't want me speaking Swahili. They don't want me speaking Spanish. They just want me to speak fucking English. Who wants to speak English all the fucking time when you can speak two other different languages? When I'm learning to speak two other different languages, why not practice out loud with you guys? Aren't you guys learning right along with me how to speak Spanish, how to speak Swahili? Isn't your language skills growing when you listen to me? Shout out to the chat. It's reality, right? People want to fuck with me, right? You see that on the screen? This is the year of the wood snake. This is the year of the wood snake. I'm using a Chinese zodiac picture to show you guys. Now, this same snake can be found on my community wall, and that snake is shaking its rattles. See, I already know what type of people I'm dealing with on this platform. And I want to let certain people know, don't fuck with me. Don't play with me. If I'm not fucking with you, don't fuck with me. And we got some people on this app that like to fuck physically with other people. I'm not here to be played with. I'm not here for fun and games. Yeah, I like to laugh. Everyone else, I like to kick up my heels just like everyone else. But there's just certain things I don't find funny. I don't find the music. I don't find entertaining. I don't find any of that. Not at all. People get it twisted, man. They get it twisted fast. You know? And there's different types of snakes. There's different types. There's the poisonous type, and then there's this. And you see this every day, especially those of you that work in the medical profession. You see this one symbol every day, and you don't recognize what you're seeing. You don't understand what you're looking at. You don't understand what you're seeing. You don't understand what you're looking at. That's not my fault. That's not my fault. I know that today is Saturday. People got things to do today. I know people got places to go to today. I don't know what people got going on in their lives, but I know today is Saturday. I know it's not even 6 o'clock in the morning. I know a lot of people are not awake right now. But I'm gonna tell you something. I don't like watching YouTubers that gossip too much. Too much for too long. It's certain things certain people need to get over. Seriously. Unless you've been doxxed and fucked with in a way. Like when people call people's jobs, yes. When people get you fired from your job, yes. Go after the people that you know are responsible. When people dox you and dox your family members, yes. Go and attack those people for as long as you need to attack them. And guess what? I'm going to support you in doing that. I'm going to do that. Because that's what we do over here. That's what I do. Because I think that's something fucked up. Not only did you dox the person that you're going after, but then you turned right around and you doxed some of their family members. That is disgusting. That is shameful. But I'm gonna tell you somebody. I'm gonna tell y'all about somebody on this app that totally approves of all that bullshit, and that is Kwame Brown. That's why I don't understand why people follow him. This man talking about he don't want to lose money for this or lose money for that black people be stealing. Well, what about them white people? What about them crackers that stole your money years ago, sir? What about all those millions of dollars you lost to Merrill Lynch, sir? What about that? Was the black people behind all that? No, you were doing with some crackers. They stole your fucking money. This man comes over here to this fucking sector to only fuck with people. That's what he does. When Tommy was here, Tommy Sotomayor was here, and I'm talking about 2020, 2021, 2019, 2018, 2017, 2015. When Tommy was here, people complained about Tommy. Talking about black woman. But I didn't see him dox anyone. I didn't see him stalk anyone. I didn't see him fucking with everyday, ordinary, working Jane and Joe. I didn't see him do all that. But I see Kwame Brown doing it. And we got people that support Kwame Brown, which I think is a fucking mistake. In my opinion, anyone that follows him is a fucking zombie. You're fucking mindless dweeb. You have no brain. You have no mind. You have no function. You have no value. You are a worthless piece of shit. Anyone that follows Kwame Brown, he's a cult leader. Let's call it for what it is. The Kwamites is a fucking cult. And people know that. Instead of people speaking up about it, they keep silent. We might got one person in this whole sector that will actually expose the cults, actually expose the cult leaders in this section of YouTube, on this platform. And I noticed when the content was coming out about these cult leaders, the enemies of justice, truth, equality, the enemies of what is right started coming out of the woodworks. They started coming to destroy that person. They didn't come to help. When a fox hears the cries of a duck or anything, it comes a running and it doesn't come to help. A lot of people will hear your distress call. They will hear you cry. They will hear you holler, and they come a running. But they don't come to run to help. They come to help destroy, help to vanquish. That's all they here to do. A lot of people, y'all better start remembering that movie, The Queen of the Damned, where all the vampires gathered together in a secret place to meet up with the Queen of the Damned. And she told them that they were her children, and if they sought to destroy her, to kill her, that they too would die. She told them straight up, I'm tired of living in the shadow. I'm tired of living in the darkness. I want to come out. I want to be in the sun. The more people she offed or got rid of or ate, the more her power was, that she was able to go into the sun. She was able to stand in the presence of the sun without burning up. That's all I'm saying. Be careful of the people you fuck with, that you surround yourself with, because those might be the same people that come in for a meal. And I'm not talking about eating some bread that's on your table. I'm talking about coming for you, coming for the last drop of blood from you. Yeah, we got some cannibals in this sector. And I'm not talking about physical cannibalism. I'm talking about spiritual cannibalism. There's a lot of them over here just like that. They see your power, they see your light, they see your influence, and what do? They come in and they all attack and they all grab hold and they all suckle. Because why? They want to be where you are. They want to have what you have. They want to experience life from your eyes. From your eyes. I don't want what belongs to another person. Because what belongs to another person belongs to them. God gave it to them. The pair of shoes you're wearing right now don't fit my foot. I can't wear your shoes. I can't wear your clothing. I can't wear your jacket. I can't wear your coat. I can't wear your hat. I can't wear anything that you wear. I don't want to live in your house. I don't want to drive in your car. I don't know if I go to sleep in your house, if your house don't burn down in the middle of the night because of electrical problem. I don't want to drive in your car because, well, somebody might have put something up under the hood to get rid of you and it ricochets to me. I don't want anything that belongs to anyone. Because what God gave you, what the universe gifted to you, is for you. Just like what God gave me is gifted to me. I'm gonna tell y'all something. It was going on for a minute. Okay, you know how you go into your bathroom, right? And you take a shower or a bath and you got water running. The hot water is running into the tub. Okay, you're enjoying yourself. You're getting yourself clean. You're getting yourself situated. You're singing in the shower. You're having a good time. Everything is vibing out. You get out. You reach to turn off the water. The cold water turns off just fine. It's the hot water valve that's acting up today. It's not shutting off. You go to close the valve. So a little drizzle is coming out, but it's enough. It's noticeable. You can hear it. I don't care if you're in another room in the house, you can hear that water dripping into the tub. So you going along with your life. And then one day, you wake up, you go to your mailbox. You go to your mailbox. You retrieve your mail. You retrieve your mail from the mailbox. You get a bill in the mail talking about your electric. Talking about your electric. Talking about you. Your bill is not $60. Your bill is not $80. Your bill is not even $300. Okay, say that you get the bill. You've had some late times in your life when you go to pay these bills, but this bill is unusual. This bill, you've never seen a bill like this before. You gasp. You come up for air, but you already know what the problem is. It's that hot water valve. That water is being run on electric. It's not being run on gas, it's being run on electric. Your bill spikes. Instead of your bill being 200 or 320, now the bill is $634. You get a letter from your landlord telling you if anything happens where the lights get cut off or anything, any of the utilities that you're using, if any of it gets cut off, you'll be evicted. But why would you be evicted if the problem happened and it wasn't your fault? But you called out to the landlord. You reached out to the landlord. You sent emails. You called. You text. There was no response. What happens to that bill? Oh yeah, you go in your bank account, you get whatever money is available, you pay the bill. You take care of the situation. Or you go someplace where they can help you take care of the situation. The water hot valve got fixed yesterday, got repaired yesterday. After I don't know how long of you begging the landlord. That's why I said you don't never know what someone else is going through. And I don't want nobody else's problems. I don't want nobody else's issues. That's why I don't like caping for people. Yes, I will take up for you. If I feel that you're right about something and I feel that people are doing you wrong and I could speak up and I can help, yes, you better know I'm going to say something. If I see something, I'm going to fucking say something. Especially if I like the person or I believe in their message. and I believe in them, and I believe in what the fuck they're doing, yes, I'm gonna fucking say something. Because ain't nobody gonna bully me into being silent, especially if I know the right thing to do. And people like to pile up on each other. That's why I said, when you're dealing with certain people in the sector, you're dealing with cannibals, you are dealing with vampires, you're dealing with people that want to see you gone like dust. Some people want to see other people be vaporized. It's a crazy situation, but it's something that actually is real. It's something that actually is happening. You know, word. People need to learn. People need to learn. And people need not to forget where they came from. I'm gonna put it like this: if you was a Kwamite, you will always be a Kwamite. Doesn't matter what kind of name that you put on the group. It doesn't matter about how you try to repackage yourself. We see that happening a lot. We're try to repackage themselves. You can't repackage yourself, not with me being around. No, I'm gonna know. It's all different. Each of the groups that's separated from Kwame Brown, they're all different. But they all run exactly alike. All of them. There's only been a few independents, a few YouTubers that have remained independent. Those YouTubers do not have to team up with a team. They stand alone. They're critical thinkers. They're independent. They move by themselves. They don't care how much someone supports them. If they're going to tell the truth about themselves and about what's going on in their life, that's what they fucking need to do. If someone has doxed you, someone has gotten you fired from off your goddamn job, you gotta say something about it. Because doxing, believe it or not, is going against YouTube guidelines. It's going against YouTube community guidelines. All that doxing, all that putting out people's personal information, their family's personal information, putting up pictures of their relatives or their dead relatives, that's all going against YouTube community guidelines. It's going against the guidelines. And for those that are doxing people, be aware what the fuck you're doing, because your channel can be taken from you. They can snatch your soul and your spirit out of the very lungs you're breathing out of. Shout out to the chat. But I'm not going to be up here that long. Matter of fact, I'm going to close out the video right now. Going to close out the video right now because people are not ready. People are not ready for me saying what I'm saying. Yes, I said what the fuck I said. If you was ever a Kwamite, you're still a Kwamite. I don't care how you revamp yourself. I don't care how you repackage yourself. You're still a fucking Kwamite. We got some people on this app that don't like military people. If you're a veteran, we got some people on this app that are YouTube creators that got a little bit of a following that complain about you, and they don't like you, and they don't like your life choices. It's hard for you to hear it from me, but I'm here to tell you there's some people on this app that don't like military veterans. I come from military veterans. My grandfather, my grandfather. I ain't talking about no man that I'm not related to. I'm talking about my met him. I never had the opportunity, a chance to meet him. I'm talking about my father's father. He fought during World War II. He was a Navy man. And when he came home, he had medals. He got awards for being in the Navy. He fought during World War II. During World War II, Jim Crow laws were still widely in effect. They were still in existence. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, but I'm talking to some of my veterans. Yeah, you got people in the sector that don't like you, and they don't like the fact that you chose to go into the military. They don't know that you going into the military help put money in your pocket, and in an indirect way it helps put money in their pocket, because every time you come into some of these people chats, and the people are super chatting, and we got a lot of veterans that super chat and the cash app these YouTube creators, but you need to limit. If you're not scared to address them, ask them what they feel about the military and about your choice of being a veteran. Ask them. A lot of you won't even open up your fucking mouth. You're going to remain silent. You're going to be quiet. You know, you've heard what the person has said. Yeah, you've heard them. But you didn't believe it. You better start believing something. Sometimes people don't tell you what they're thinking. They just make sure you don't advance in life. And there are some people in the sector who are veterans who have serviced this country with their military service. If it wasn't for military service, we wouldn't have had the Deacons of Defense. If it wasn't for the military service, the Nation of Islam military, the Fruit of Islam, wouldn't be what it is today. If it wasn't for the military, the Black Panthers wouldn't have been walking around with the guns that they had. Shout out to the chat. The military taught a lot of us how to shoot a gun, taught a lot of us how to hunt, taught a lot of us how to fish, taught a lot of us how to camp, taught a lot of us how to take care of ourselves if we find ourselves outdoors. Shout out to the chat. You can learn a lot from a person that was in the military, especially those that actually served during war times. I'm talking about those that served during war times. You can learn a lot from them. Those that did a peacetime, I don't know. I don't know. But I listen to the ones that actually served. And I got sisters in my family that served in the military. And they were involved in the Afghan war. They was involved with what's going on out there in the Middle East. They fought during that time. They was a part of that during that time. They marched in the desert sands. Yes. They wore the military uniform with pride, with dignity. One of them came home and was murdered back in 2011. Cold blood. That's why I don't understand. And I don't mean no harm, but I do mean some harm. Why do some of y'all people that come from the military, you come from serving overseas, fighting these different wars, and you come home and you get killed by either your best friend or by your spouse or your boyfriend or your girlfriend? There's a lot of military veterans that are being murdered. They're being killed. A lot of people not talking about it. I'm here to talk about it. Why you let your guard down? Why you let your guard down? You never let your guard down. Some people actually bring souvenirs from their wartime experience. And I don't mean no harm, but I do mean some harm. When they found Sergeant Crystal Reagan, she was almost beheaded. And the man that killed her, he used the same knife that she bought from over there. The last time she did her tour, she brought home a knife no one has ever seen before she bought it. He used that same knife on her and her children the day he murdered all of them. And when they looked for the weapon in question, they couldn't find it. You know why? Because he got rid of it. He destroyed it some way, somehow. Because Virginia is surrounded by ponds and lakes. They didn't think enough of her to go look for that weapon. That's why I'm telling black people, this country don't give a fuck about you, whether you served them or not. They don't give a fuck. You got that black skin, they don't care. They think of you as a nigger. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. That's what they think about you. You just another nigger. They ain't never gonna like you. They ain't never gonna respect you. Never. Shout out to the chat. But yeah, I'm out of here. I'm closing out the video. I hope everyone has an awesome weekend. Make sure you Coco Tassel the like button. And for those of you that can, make sure you Coco Tassel of the Cash App. $ Arabia 914. Hit the Cash App. Please. Thank you. Any amount will be greatly appreciated. And I'm out of here, you guys. We're closing out the video. I'm out of here. I hope everyone has an awesome weekend. Be safe out there. Do what you have to do. In the meantime, I'm going to do what I have to do. And anytime I feel like I want to say something about someone, and it doesn't matter who it is, I'm going to fucking say it. I'm going to fucking say it, and people can get mad all they fucking want. I don't give a fuck. You don't run nothing over here. Not really. Nobody runs anything. You know, Birdman is dead. You know, KK moved away. You know, people you meet in life just want you to fight their fucking battles. They too weak to fight theirs. They too pathetic to fight their own fucking battle. So they get on the phone and call you and try to get you to do it. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? You enjoy doing it, but then when you get like little feedback, you know that they're laughing at you. You know, they don't support you. They're laughing at you at your expense. Shout out to the chat. Peace out, you guys. I might go live on StreamYard and drop the link. Let's see what fish we can get with that. Let's see who's gonna hit the link. Nobody, because don't nobody really got no heart. It's only 2 people that has hit my link. Well, actually, how many people have hit my link this year? 3 people this year have hit that link. When I go on the StreamYard and I drop the link, it's only been 3 people that have hit the link. And who hit it the most? Empress Lonnie One Love. Okay, who was the next person that hit the link? Keep the change that hit the link because of what was going on between me and True Essence. That's why I keep the change. I hit the link that day. Who's the third person that had hit my link? Just Jay. She had hit my link one time. Oh, and don't forget about 27 Darren. She had hit my link also to give me some tidbits about what they was doing right here in North Charleston, South Carolina. Shout out to the chat. So shout out to everyone that has ever hit my link. Shout out to everyone that has ever had the time to hit the link. And they wasn't afraid to hit the link. They hit the link with conviction. They didn't feel intimidated by me. They wasn't worried about, oh, well, Arabia is a lesbian. Let's not hit her link. Arabia is a bulldagger. Let's not hit her link. Arabia is she's a part of the LGBTQ. Let's not hit her link. Oh my God, Arabia. Oh my God, Arabia might try to hit on me if I hit the link. How many times? Okay, let's be real, right? Let's be real. That piece of shit racist over there is trying to build division between me and Lonnie. She's trying to bring up old history information that's not anywhere. Because if Lonnie had a problem with me, Lonnie would open up her fucking mouth and say, look, Arabia, I got an issue with you. I got a problem with you. Come on, let's talk about it. You know, X, Y, and Z. Lonnie is not shy. So if Lonnie had an issue with me, you piece of shit racist over there, wheelchair bound bitch, stay out of black people business. Okay? That's all that racist does, is stay in other people's business. She need to worry about her own business. Okay? Don't worry about what's going on between me and Lonnie. Don't worry, I'm not gonna fuck with Lonnie this year. I'm not interested in attacking Lonnie. I'm not interested in trying to destroy Lonnie. I'm not interested in doxing Lonnie. I'm not interested in doing anything to Lonnie. Okay? So just back off. Lonnie don't need anyone to cape for her. Okay? Because I remember, let's go back. We really want to get technical. I remember over a year ago going to a downtown outpatient mental health place. And I remember posting it, and I remember what happened after that because I remember me and Lonnie was into it. Okay? See, certain things about the past need to go ahead and die. And that racist piece of shit bitch over there, you Jabba the Hutt motherfucker, that's all you do is bring up about the past. You can't talk about what's going on today. You know why you can't talk about what's going on today, bitch? Because you're not qualified to talk about what's going on today, because nothing is going on today. Me and Lonnie don't have any problems. We don't have any issues. But you would like to see me and Lonnie have issues. And that is what happens when crackers become involved with black people business. That's what happens when crackers get involved with black people business. These Yaku devils get in black people business. They do it every day. They do it every chance they can get. Yeah, bitch. Jabba the Hutt, I'm talking about you, bitch. Learn how to take care of yourself before you talk about anyone else on this app. Prove it. I challenge you. I challenge you to do this. I'm going to show you guys one thing, right? This is what I challenge this bitch to do. Let's see. Let's open this door. I challenge you to do that. Do something, you piece of shit racist. I'm talking to BLA, Brooklyn lady, Warren's ass, smelly Brooklyn lady Ellie. You bitch made motherfucker. Open the door. Walk outside the door. Walk around. You don't have to go on camera. Just show people that you can do something for yourself. Besides open your mouth and talking a bunch of shit, talking about a bunch of nothing. You can't do it, can you? You can't do it, can you? But you worrying about me and you worrying about everybody else. Can you do what I do? No, you can't. You can't even fathom how to do it. You're stuck in that fucking wheelchair. Why don't you call the nursing agency that's dealing with your, they can send over your certified nurse assistant attendant to help you today. Oh, excuse me, some of them bitches don't work on the weekend. Do they? If you're able-bodied enough, some of them don't even come to your fucking house. You lazy piece of fuck. You fuck face bitch. Don't you ever talk yourself. Don't you ever talk to yourself to talk yourself into talking about me. You not qualified. You not adult enough. You not grown up enough. You not smart enough to keep talking about anybody, and you can't show the camera on yourself not one time. Not one time has anyone ever seen your ugly face. You so fucking ugly and pathetic and worthless. That's all, and that's all this bitch do. She stalk everyone that is black in the South that she don't like. She talk about me, and she talks about Moonlight all the time. You ever ask yourself why she talks about Moonlight? Why is she so intrigued with Moonlight? If she's not talking about me, if she's not talking about Lonnie, then she's talking about Moonlight. Ask yourself why she does that. Why does she do that? You know why she does it? Because she's jealous of Moonlight. Moonlight got an active life. Moonlight got actual people that come around her in real life that see about Moonlight. Who does Brooklyn Lady Ellie have? Huh? Brooklyn Smelly? Brooklyn Warriors ass? Go clean your ass, bitch. Go watch. Learn how to do it. Stop talking about me. Don't mention me. And if I mention you, it's because you mentioned me. You've been mentioning me for over 3 years now. We're catching on to 3 years now. It is sickening and it is disgusting. That shows that you're a weak-minded bitch. That's what it shows. That's what it shows. It doesn't show me anything else. That's why you do what you do. That's why you talk about me. That's why you, in an indirect way, you talk about Lonnie, and then you always talk about Moonlight. I wonder what happened between you and Farmer Nancy. Why Farmer Nancy don't like your ass no more? Oh yeah, that's right. Smelly Walrus ass. Didn't you talk about her too? Didn't you wish bad luck on her too? See, that's what that white bitch does. That's what crackers do when you no longer on their side, or when you no longer want to be friends with them, or when you are no longer afraid to speak up about them. That's what they do. They talk shit about you. They wish all kinds of bad things to happen to you. They wish for your destruction because they themselves cannot bring any destruction on you. So shout out to the chat. I'm out of here. I hope everyone has an awesome weekend. Looks like I might rest a little bit today. I might rest a little bit today. Hey! I'm out. Peace.